Whenever I'm talking to a new person, it always comes to the topic of, well, do you guys play any video games? And I'm always saying in my mind, okay, well, I play OC game, but I'm pretty hesitant to say it because OC game doesn't really have the best stereotype around it. If you're going to say OC game and people know about it, they're like, oh, you like playing that game, right? And maybe they don't know what it is. They play it on their phone, like they look it up and they see all the anime girls and click in the circles and the weird backgrounds and they're like, you play this game. Like, it's not really the best impression if you play OC game and then you tell somebody new about it. They're just gonna have your worst impression about you, and I always hesitate to say that. And while this stereotype, I do believe it is kind of true. Some OC players, maybe they are kind of weird like that, but it's not true for the most part because I feel like some of the OC players that I know, like the majority of the OC players that I like to talk to are pretty chill. They're not really weirdos IRL. They're just pretty chill and normal people. I feel like that's just the case for any type of stereotypical game where people are going to think there's weirdos, maybe like Overwatch players. I don't really know. I don't really play Overwatch, but OC game, yeah, maybe some of these players are pretty weird, but for the most part, it's not everyone that's weird. I feel like there's still lots of normal people who play OC game, but one of those aspects about OC game is that there's this weird allegations aspect about it where people that play OC game, people think that a lot of these people are just kiddle diddlers, like they're just gonna be watching all the lolly stuff and doing the uo cunny shit. Like, it's fucking weird, right? And I want to talk about in this video this one Twitter post that I saw that actually revealed a bit more of these allegations. Like, I just don't think we're beating these allegations where these OC players are fucking weird. And it was this Twitter post by Omni, which is a person I know. They're pretty chill, and they said that's enough OC comments for today. And they basically say it's in this comment thread. In the first one, uwo, and then least pedophilic blue archive player, and then this guy's like L, and then this guy's like L take detected needs correction, sad and mad face, and this guy's like question mark, and this guy's like uwo, and then sad and crying and more angry face, and then this guy is like who said like L, or the guy was like saying least pedophilic flu archive players like, dude, I'm joking, I'm a sensei in disguise too, sad face and angry face. And if you guys do not know the context of this, he's talking about this one mobile gacha game called Blue Archive. It's a Korean game. I'm ashamed to say that it is something that is spawned out of my own ethnicity, but essentially this game where the majority of the players, majority of the people that you can roll in this game are people that are questionably of age or not. Like, it's pretty sus. Like, you're gonna look at them and be like, are you sure this person is above 18? Like, you're basically gonna look at the main roster of Blue Archive and be like, this game is kind of sussy. And these guys are basically talking about this, and there's a bit of a culture around this lolly stuff where people say needs correction and uwo cunny. Like, it's pretty weird. I don't really understand it. Like, maybe some people think it's quite funny or something, but the darker aspect about it, the deeper aspect, is that these guys are kiddle diddlers. They're gonna be searching up the little odd depictions of little odd kids. Like, if you guys do not know what the freak Lolicon is essentially like these anime little odd kids that are actually like 500-year-old demon kings or something. Like, it's some weird thing about like that, and these people are gonna give the argument, oh, age is just a number, bro, or it's just a freaking drawing, bro. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. It's still weird. You're still like diddling into these little odd kids. Like, it's fucking weird, right? And the people that say age is just a number for them, well, I can say that argument for you too, man. Like, 500 years old for that, it's also just a freaking number. They freaking look 12, so they probably are 12. Like, that's pretty much the whole aspect about Lolicon, and it's not really that rare to see these type of OC players where they're probably going to share the same mind share and be like uwo cunny and all of this crazy goofy ass stuff, the people with the anime girl profile pictures. Like, these guys are basically going to be doing that, and it's just freaking weird. And I want to give my thoughts about this, where obviously this post here, it highlights this aspect about OC game. I don't know what map this is, but essentially it's not helping OC stereotype where these players are mostly some weirdo anime lovers. Like, maybe it's true for the most part, but I don't think it's like every OC player that's like that. Maybe 20%, which is still a pretty crazy number, but I'm just pulling the statistics out of my ass right here. But I kind of want to rant on this whole Lolicon subject here about just our whole worldview and just the whole world in general about this, because I feel like this is more of a recent modern thing, right? We haven't really had this in the last couple generations. Like, it's not like people are actually drawing up little kids and diddling to them like a couple years ago, right? It's kind of more of a modern thing, and I kind of just want to give my theories on why this is even happening, if you guys are also in this similar boat. And maybe some of you guys are thinking, whoa, this is a crazy fucking topic for an OC game video, but I want to give my thoughts on it regardless, because this channel is kind of just ranting based anyways, and this video is gonna be super ranty. My theory on this people who like Lolicon, obviously it's fucking weird. That's my opinion on it, where if you're gonna be diddling to these little odd kids, this is fucking weird, right? But my theory is that these people who like Lolicon, like, they're gonna be looking at the little odd kids, be like, oh yeah, I want to be freaking jacking it to that. Like, it's pretty fucking weird, right? But I feel like these people, it's usually that they're also pretty immature, like in their mind as well. Because usually how it works with attraction to the other race or the other gender, you're going to be in a similar mental age, maybe physical age to them. Like even if you're a little kid, like 10 years old, I remember when I was a little kid, I'll be attracted, like having crushes to the other girls in my class, but I'm like freaking 9 years old. Does that make me a pedophile? No, I'm just attracted to people that are the same age as well, right? And it's just a direct correlation as you grow older and older, and as you go into puberty and as you grow up as an adult. As soon as you get to 15, you're gonna be like another 15-year-olds. As soon as you get to 18, you're gonna be like another 18-year-olds. As soon as you get to 20 years old, you're gonna be like another 20-year-olds. And at a point, it does a bit of a break point where some people just get uglier as they age, and you just like a certain age range. Like that's kind of just how it happens for the most part in terms of attraction to other people. But when you bring the case where people are just going to be liking little kids, but they're just a full-ass grown-ass adult, I just want to say that these people usually are very mentally immature. Like you're not going to see like some 6 foot tall jacked motherfucker with a suit with a freaking full-ass beard. You're not going to be seeing this guy diddling little kids, right? This guy's obviously having a lot of responsibilities, a lot of people relying on him. It's usually the people that are like maybe a little chubby, kind of unhealthy, have a slumped ass back playing computer games. And it's like that guy is the type of person that you would look at and be like, oh, this guy doesn't really take care of himself, and maybe he's liking some weird ass shit, right? That's kind of how it usually works with these people. Like your appearances can tell a lot about how the type of person you are, and it's usually these people that are mentally immature, where my theory is that these guys are mentally immature. They haven't really gone through the hard shit in life. They haven't really done anything difficult. They've kind of just been chill maxing, playing computer games and enjoying the comforts of modern society. And as a result of that, their mental state has deteriorated and stayed the same at like middle school, but they've grown physically because food is in abundance, right? It's not hard to grow up as a person physically, but mentally it's pretty difficult because life, it's not really a lot of things challenging that's thrown your way unless you're in a third world country where every day is a challenge and you're just trying to live. But in the first world country, living is not hard, right? You're going to be given all these challenges just to go through life. Maybe you got to go to school, get a job, and it's not like that hard compared to going into the jungle and fighting saber-toothed tigers trying to survive and eat food for the day. Like it's not as hard as doing that, right, compared to the people in the third world country. And my defense is that these guys are just pretty mentally immature, and that's like the whole theory about it. And my suggestion to you guys, maybe you guys are also in the same boat where they're also immature. Bros, like if you want to mature as a person mentally, you have to do some hard shit, especially if your guys are a man. It's usually men that are doing these weird ass predatory behaviors, because that's just kind of how we are wired hormonally as well. And this is a message to you guys as well, because the majority of my audience is men. The people who are men and are having these very easy lives, you have to go through some hard shit. Like maybe get very busy in your life, start working like a job while going to school and hitting the gym at the same time, like how I did for like a couple years, maybe no, not years, but like a couple months. It was very freaking challenging for me. I had to wake up at 4 a.m. every day and go to sleep at like 10 p.m. and also get my school in, upload a video, go to the gym. Like it was fucking hard for me. I did that for like a couple months and my life was extremely challenging. And I want to suggest that you guys should also do a similar thing where you have to grow up as a person mentally, not just physically, because if you're going to be growing up mentally, you're going to get more attracted to people who are also mentally mature. So as you grow up mentally mature, you're also going to like the more mature woman. And that's kind of how it is for me, where I do like the mature woman because I'm also mentally mature. But back then, when you're a little kid, you're also going to be expected to like the less mentally mature people as well, because that's kind of just how it works as people, right? You're going to be attracted to your similar age group. And perhaps some of you guys are hearing this are thinking, okay, Cap Nor, you're saying that these goofy kid enjoyers should grow up mentally mature and that's how they're going to escape this loliconism. Like it's pretty freaking weird, right, if you're attracted to little kids, but maybe some of you guys are guilty about it and can't really help it. Well, obviously I think the best way for you guys is to start getting busy and start doing hard shit in your life instead of playing computer games all day. Like playing computer games all day, it's fine like once in a while, but doing it all freaking day and not really doing anything for your life is a freaking waste of your existence. And I just want to say that you have to do some hard ass shit. And I do want to say that the world is going to a darker place, right? People are going to want our comforts. This bubble that we're living these very comfortable lives is not going to last forever. People desire this. We are very competitive creatures as human beings. And what are you guys going to do when your comforts are taken away by the elites or perhaps other people? Like these people are going to be taking the shit away from you. What are you going to freaking do as a freaking lolicon? You're just going to go back in your comforts and search up like nhentai.net, and then you freaking look at lolicon and start jacking it in the fucking room while your electricity bill is like $2,000 a month. Like it's freaking weird, right? And maybe some of you guys are thinking that I sound like I have a lot of experience in this field. Maybe I'm saying this from a higher pedestal, but I just want to say that I'm not. I want to say that only recently have I pulled myself out of the abyss and escaped the path of degeneracy from all this goofy degenerate anime stuff, where I want to say that I was also a freaking full-time degenerate as well. well, like 2 years ago, I think, like 3 years ago. Like, I was a freaking full-time degenerate for a very long time in my adolescence, and I've only recently escaped that abyss. And I want to say that I've seen things, and I'm not going to specify what I've seen because I think that'll be very cringe for me to say, but I just want to say that I've escaped that path and no longer have been in that degenerate swamp hole of an abyss. Maybe I would also be the same people out here saying, ooh, whoa, needs correction if I didn't pull myself out of my situation. But I'm just going to say that if you want to get out of this, and maybe you guys actually don't want to get out of this, then keep being a freaking weirdo and don't freaking watch my videos, because I don't want people like you to watch my videos. But I want to say this to the people that are reaching their hands out into the light and are asking for some help. If you guys are in a similar situation in the degenerate ass field, what you got to do is get freaking hard in your life, man. You got to do some hard ass shit. Go to the gym, work a job, go to school, learn some shit, learn a skill set. You got to do some hard things, man. And that's how you're naturally going to mentally mature as a person and harden as a person. And you're going to get physically stronger and mentally stronger. Like, you just want to level up as a person, not just in the video game as well. And that's just my advice to you guys who are just being these weird ass goofy lolicons in Osu game. And I'm mainly saying this because I also just want to see less weirdos in Osu game, because this is a game that I like a lot. So I don't play it like that much anymore, but I still play it occasionally, and I still feel like I identify with the community. And I just want to say that it's hard for me to identify with you guys when a lot of you guys are just fucking weirdos. And I just want to say that I feel like I'm like a stranger to some people, where I'm not really the big video game player as all the other people, and I don't really know what else to talk about. Maybe there's gonna be some people that really like going to gym, like when I was talking to Double, for example, in COE, like we talked a lot about gym and it was super fucking hype. But I can't really talk about that with a lot of Osu players, because these players just freaking love playing Osu game and just chill maxing all the time. And maybe that's fine. Maybe I'm targeting the wrong audience. I'm kind of just screaming in the wrong field of crows. But I just want to say that with my own platform here, I just want to rant about this and just want to see less weirdos in Osu game, because I just think it's freaking weird. And maybe some of you guys don't think that it's weird that you're liking these little odd kids, but I just want to say it's freaking weird, and there's a better light at the end of the tunnel if you just keep working hard. But besides that, I also want to address something else in this video besides this freaking huge ass rant about we are not beating the allegations. But I want to address a comment where this person said, you've got to be pronouncing Rafis wrong as interaction bait. And he's basically referring to, in my video, Rafis got no my PP record, where I was saying Rafis as his name. I don't actually know how to pronounce his name, but usually when I'm saying top players' names, people are going to be laughing at my pronunciation and poking fun at it. Like, maybe if I'm pronouncing Saito's name, I was usually saying Sisto, and people are like, he's saying Sisto, and then like people are also saying, oh, he's saying Ninarik. It's freaking weird. And then now it's freaking Rafis. Like, I'm saying these weird ass words, like also like meta. Like, people are gonna be like, oh, well, the actual pronunciation is meta, but this guy's saying meta. Is fucking weird. And I just want to say, like, maybe I'm a freaking weird pronunciator on these freaking words. I don't freaking know. I just want to say that I'm not saying these things out of interaction bait. This is usually how I pronounce words, and I picked up some accents from people that I've watched on the internet and with people that I've also associated with IRL. But I want to say that these accents, they're uniquely mine. I'm not out here intentionally saying these things as interaction bait, because I don't have that intention in the first place. I just think that's kind of stupid, just to make a clown of yourself and say these things wrongly on purpose because you want more likes and views and more comments pointing that out. No, that's kind of just how I am as a person, and you guys are pointing that things out naturally. And then this guy naturally said next, you almost pronounced it the right way before going in the wrong direction once in the video, leading me to believe you pronounced top player names wrong on purpose for interaction. And like, I'm like reading this and I'm like, dude, I don't mispronounce top player names wrong for interaction. My attempt to pronounce words is my genuine speech pattern. So that's basically my whole take on it, guys. I'm not saying these names wrong on purpose because I want more interactions. It's just how I say these words naturally. That's pretty much all I'm saying in this video, and this video is a pretty long rant on this whole topic. And the general message here is that if you guys are watching this, and the majority of guys watching this are men, I just want to say you guys have to work hard, become emotionally stronger, physically stronger. Like, you guys can still play Osu game here and there. It's completely fine. But I just want to say that life is going to get very hard in the next couple years, assuming things go very wrong, like worst case scenario wise. And especially for you guys in the first world country, you guys are loving it right now. It's pretty comfortable, but I just want to say that this bubble's not going to last forever. There's always going to be something crazy down in the line, and if you haven't prepared yourself mentally and physically for what's about to come in the next couple years, and I don't really know what to say to you, and you kind of deserve that because you were playing games all day and also jacking it to little kids. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video, and I hope this video is a bit of a motivator for some of you guys to get a little better in your lives as I have in the last couple years, because I feel like I have a duty and responsibility to tell some other people because I've also dragged myself out of the abyss and come a bit more into the light and gotten a little better as a person. But that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video, and I'll see y'all.